The effluent from the outgoing chair and to take his place. Thank you. The effluent from the outgoing chair and to take his place. Thank you. The effluent from the outgoing chair and to take his place. Thank you.
It's family members, them. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends from the part of the world where you listen to this program from. We don't come back today with another edition. We're not a Unify Hour. Everybody knows on Wednesday, now Unify Hour. And we don't come bring you another edition of Yon Hours. But remember, I say we're here for talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly way they happen right now inside the country. As we all see what's in the going on the country. So are we jabla. Well, we dey them for bringing updates based on the things that will happen, based on the issues that will go on in the country. Family members, them if you just join we, hit the like button, share the program for we, and wait for see what you get for you inside the basket. Me by break up the light, the warrior with the sharpest cutlass.
Me, Masembe Pierre, the freedom fighter, Koshen Kabo. Well, family members, then a lot of things in there happen. Yeah, today we see a state house. Yeah. Sorry. Today we see a state house. A state house today we wait to learn Obio. Now state house today we been get celebration for we celebrate the pa for where it don't knock Jamawas. I mean. It don't pull the gear. It pas prove am inside the ECOWAS Summit. Set record inside the country. So celebrate and today we gather all the ministers and deputy ministers them. We snapped together. We cut cake. We give plaque. We give award to the pa. The pa don't boost them up. Yeah. Pa the woke. They celebrate $124 million. Hey, Papa Godfather. As I talk about the $24 million, if I better let Dr. Richard Konteh not for be sent to me one document. Me had to cut both family members them.
Enough for
If
them.
una see waiting there inside this agreement, una remember something? Mambo tell we say the money way then they pay for this. Now we money bang. Minister of Information say 1 cent not the way the government they put the family members. If una see waiting I see. If una see wetin I see, now this the woman they can make so. If una see wetin I see, the government they put boku money inside this, and guess the agreements them way they make it danger. This is one of the worst agreements we government don't ever sign. Then take babuaya, una sabi babuaya inti. Then tie the government. Then the anger so now. If the government shakes so the babuaya the quarter. It makes so the quarter. It makes so the quarter. We. But this government uselessly, shamelessly, they tell we say they know they spend nothing inside this particular thing. That's a big lie, oh. A big lie. But family member there, when I guess what happen. But all that, we they take ministers them. They take deputy ministers them. We only go sing and dance in Tonobona State House. By the way, you see that video there?
Well,
It's the way we get in our State House, bruh. We all, okay. When I they watch them one by one, then I dey ask myself question. I say with all of this, any one of them one there where you ask, say, wait, but the thing being with this government they do, it correct? You go see all the vex because they know they see all waiting and concern about now then they na power, then they eat and they dance and they gladdy.
Sure.
But when I they watch the faces them and I they see them, they tell when they not get power, and then the same people where they blast government, where they talk as if certain things and they go wrong in the country. But today, when I watch them with Twitter, I see today, I they see the smiles them. As far as they're concerned, then they do extremely well. They're not concerned about the average people safe. As far as they're in pocket and they smile, don't finish. Tai Simbanga to number. Don't. Arrest. Sad.
It is what it is. If you see Lilo and Slima, it injects them and then he take deputy position in space of almost months. You see man in face this swear. If I expect say you man in face them for change, man. The commander don't boss for one kind bad day kick. We all man he cut for himself. You know? So it's normal, my brother. It's normal. But it's up to Salon people. It's up to people who say them they suffer. It's up to them. Now they for big decision when the time reach.
You know, I'm in love with that word we talk so. Salon people we see them they suffer. For say they suffer and then for suffer being are two different, you know, bruh. You know that they.
Of course.
So I know all people a mistake all the man not take and say now one kind labo businessman and kindipa. You know, the man then they continue for make some kind big deal for we. They give you all kind of thing. But it is well. We go see her one day. Or breakfast table them. We wonder how can breakfast with them serve so. No, it's not the one who say self prepare.
I'm telling you.
It is well, oh. It is well. Family members. I know say most of una see the video. Una watch and most of una say, wham! Now they wonder what make una heart for wham. Look the faces them, just smiles. I really they think, say, wow, now the people in this one today. But all go. Family member that we are promised una 2 days. We don't tell una say, you know, Richard Konteh they come and talk something to we all. See? But before we go to that point, see, I want to bring something up again about man when Moses Mambu. I see another video for her today. That video they were saying, man, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. I really feel pain for people away inside salon. Especially the one that we want for make them voice them be heard. But you get people like Mambu where they tell we bend our face, what we need for now. And they tell we in our face, Boni Kaliwan, Jaranjara, Koju. For them to understand what we depend. Bible just not say erase. Waiting. It is what it is.
It is what it is, my brother.
Not we turn for can talk, but I take this time. I just want to follow and see. Not for anything, no. Pastor mommy brother, but I'm not sure say this is a strange news to we all. Wanna watch this video quick.
you listen to the moderator.
Could you please wait for
The moderator, what you're doing, I can do it better than you. Which is interrupting.
You an old folk.
I can do it better than you. Way better than you.
And mind you, you have something to protect.
I can do it. I have a lot of things to protect, and I will protect the youth. A lot of things.
Business.
I can use the business on you right here and right now. Right here and right now. Which is making sure you don't speak.
Like seriously?
Of course.
How is that possible?
So I can do. It's possible because if you give him time,
I'm not expecting much time for you to be specific in this conversation.
Mamu's going to punch
you. Go ahead, Mamu.
What he's doing.
Mamu, you have 1 minute to respond to this, please.
Mamu's going to punch me on TV.
Allow me to control the program, please. Dibonia. Mamu, you have 1 minute to respond to this.
When you give him an opportunity to speak, I listen. He came prepared for Mamu because he have been on a public drive to assassinate the character of Mamu.
You have a few seconds more to round off on this.
So for me,
file a lawsuit.
No, I don't have to do that.
You do.
You are not a match for me.
Just go ahead, Mamu. Just go ahead, Mamu, and make your point on this. I'll move to ECOWAS Summit. Straight off.
Me, in the SLPP.
Okay, so not Pambado. I just still on a sino. Me, I know say me bother self no shock.
No.
If Mambo ACN self is slap us in a TV, I know say no go shock. No, but something in the outside too fine for talk, we will talk. I don't ask Mambo this question several times. I say, wait, Mambo, wait to make big. Where you particularly, the dig pan people them. They say, by how the situation come, by the kind situation, and so. But the truth of the matter, Mambo no ever can go fitted to we face. To. So if that be the case, yeah, now the comment from one day, you don't say something, and then they say not to be that kind of way. It will be just caution and normal, but not to be that kind of waiting. So for me, we see all of them thing and we bring and let una this year, make una adjust this year, because in life, they say we fet no meet you no pull to assist. Waiting and this simply means, Mamu, I see all of them things there. And they bring them come to him. Say, Mam, wait up, you can do this. You don't explain all why you can do it. I don't say, but wait to make una this advantage by then journalists and other people within a salon. He say, no, not to advantage now. This he explain all things. All I don't say. So the truth of the matter is, when people respect you, what you for doing it on?
Respect them back.
You for respect them. So
No,
Mamu no
let you
care
come now
goodness
forgive.
and fit to we.
No.
With the student things there, we just did compete with the make loan and say, but no one they can go to we. So if that be the case, at the jump and pass, if Bible get something for each plate or each way plate, they carry on. But me at the jump and pass.
No, when it comes to Mambu and this kind of behavior, just like we say, me by bread, now this and no one for where it take the PRO position at SLPP. In all the things that we say at man, at this, as he say, can portray rudeness, you know.
But I
all over
campaign
the
for
place.
Bible.
So,
Now then they ask the empathy for Gian for. Remember na Kenema?
sure,
They say una vote for me.
sure,
If una want for see us where they fet inside the studio, they hot the studio, who come on and put on back. Una
yeah,
vote for me.
yeah,
If
it's
una want for see
okay.
somebody where
Why for
go
me
can be the
surprise?
Lilo and Slimmer part 2, na vote for me. If una want for see
Yeah.
somebody where go, target APC 1-on-1, una vote for me. Na then again. So, but one thing I
So
like
me
na
not to
the only
surprise.
politician
I know
is.
this Peter Mohan.
Now the only politician is where they promise in a manifesto they deliver. Me, I don't see her.
Promise rudeness, he deliver more
They
than
deliver.
rudeness.
And so now me,
Yeah.
at least for me, I give them to that. But he promise now they deliver. So
No,
give me
no,
a
do it
fool.
he say, do it he say.
Yes, talk and do. Now ain't get the name being talk and do. Yeah, so we move.
Do it he say.
Family members, them, we really promise to not today. Say Dr. Richard Konteh, they can't nyaka la use another SLPP power in slogan. How they call her hot goose. Call her you get her name.
I know.
There you go.
He need to be
Gentle.
this
Gentle
gentle.
or gentle. So Dr. Richard Konteh one can nyaka the business, but unfortunately family members they're not well. It already going. Now you sick. You know well. It gets some kind heavy flu. We no permit them. You know, let God give you all good wave them. We have look at ping night and say, this way I did so. Relax. Because if na no more, it already. I have seen relax there. What you ate. Just relax. You know, so when I not get it, they pray for now. Good na good wave. When I will not get it, we pray for now. Let God go na good wave. Yeah. When I will not get to, they pray for now. Let God go na good man. Yeah. God go na good man. When I will not get.
It's happened.
I dey pray for the one who no get. I say the one who no get. Let God give them good man.
They should not pray. Pray now, pass go.
But I not talk to you. I dey pray.
I should not talk to you.
Why you can't tell me no pass go now? Why they pay me on talk?
Because we get that thing for talk about. We can stick on one topic.
Nothing.
Or the motor don't break down.
But I not get. They pray God let God get good man.
Mashallah, mashallah.
All right, family
Mashallah.
members. Then on a more serious note, let me go now and listen to a repeat of Dr. Richard Konteh in program as he asked we for do. Please make sure so you enjoy it. They're out for now. Enjoy the show.
Now, a 2-in-1 summit. Then we'll can do the routine activities of the commission, including for elect a new chairman for the ECOWAS Commission, and then we'll also can chart a new direction for the ECOWAS Commission, because ECOWAS done day of age now, and then get for chart a new direction for ECOWAS to reflect the new realities. It is my understanding that we president, Madabio, they lobby seriously for make them go re-elect him as chairman of the commission. But it face a very uphill task, because at the time where they be elect him, actually now the Francophones being supposed for take over the chairmanship. But there was some technical issue now, because the way ECOWAS they operate, then they rotate the chairmanship. One Anglophone, one Francophone, one Anglophone, one Francophone. And usually now 1 year you deserve. But when the turn of the Francophones they become for takeover from Tinubu, my understanding that the Francophones then decide for plead with Tinubu for continue for a second year. And so Tinubu began to do 2 years in a row. But at the time, when they take the decision for give Tinubu a second term, and when the term come for make it handover, now then take a firm decision. When the Anglophones they say no, Francophone, when we don't give up on our own turn, this now we own turn now for takeover. They took a decision in that summit for say they're not going to allow any country again for chair for more than 1 year before they rotate. So the request where Ngomada they make for make them give a second term, if they go against the letter and spirit of the decision where they don't take as heads of state for say they're not they give anybody again a second term. Remember I've been talking say this position now a position where they rotate, not to any big deal, so it would be a big surprise for make Ngobada will succeed. Plus, of course, Sierra Leone gets a very good name at the moment. The whole issue of the drugs, they still haunt we. The whole issue of these 2023 elections, waiting happen, waiting not happen. The human rights abuses and other flaws we don't happen since then, still they haunt we as a nation, and they haunt this administration. And so all of these things put together will make Governor in chances for gets re-elected on Sunday very, very slim. But we'll wait and see. We'll know on Sunday what will be the outcome. But the chances are very slim because the president of Senegal wants the chairmanship, and it become big because himself get for prop up your own prestige, your own image back now in country, because as sure say we know about the small tensions where they go on between him and former prime minister and former boss, where they don't fall out and get out those tensions, where they make even he don't go form his own political party because they before easily expel her from the party where he run on as for become president. So he don't form his own party, so that at the next elections he will get for go against his former boss, Sonko, for the presidency. So he need something like the chairmanship of ECOWAS for prop up in image, prop up in prestige small, for enhancing chances for him for re-engineer his own political profile now in country. So this is not the situation. So himself want the chairmanship so desperately, and I understand say somebody been going to Abuja for go try see Tinubu, but he not be succeed for see Tinubu. I don't know whether the person, but the person who been going to Abuja, he tried for see Tinubu, but he not be able to see Tinubu. But the struggles they still continue around the different capitals of ECOWAS for try for see how they can salvage another opportunity for get the chairmanship of ECOWAS. But as I say, it could be an uphill task.
Continue for the way to inside the program. Now, no come to the program proper. You know, the issue of we hosting now. You know, what
Yes. If you recall, Sengbe Pierre, a few months back, I've been telling us, say, in my presence, on at least 2 occasions, there been appeal to President Koroma for make he become chairman of ECOWAS. And I tell him, I say, President Koroma turned down the offer for make he become chair of ECOWAS because he said the cost of hosting the ECOWAS chairman, of becoming ECOWAS chairman, is high. And Innerfield say if he weigh all the options, all the competing priorities, Innerfield say this is not the best way for spend the country money. He believes say there are more important things, way more urgent, way more important for him than for his own personal prestige. For say he don't be chairman of ECOWAS, he don't be chairman of African Union. So for his own self, for you, because of his own love for the country, because he puts the country first above his own self, he forgo his own personal ego, his own personal pride, his own personal prestige, wait for carry as chairman of ECOWAS, chairman of African Union, in favor of Sierra Leone. They say it is too expensive, and the Northfield says Sierra Leone being ready for Guam, and so it not be taken. Well, when Governor income, we see how he lobby for the chairmanship. It was not easy for him. He literally scraped through for get him because 2 heads of state be late. 2 francophone heads of state being late for come for the summit. So by the time they can, they don't vote now. And so it been get for win by a slight edge over the Senegalese. president. And again, I will tell you, I say there was also the issue that the Francophones, they don't give up their own term for chair the ECOWAS Commission. They be asked, not to the ECOWAS Commission, the ECOWAS Authority of ECOWAS heads of states and government, the authority. They don't give up their own chance for chair, for become chair of the authority. They don't give up to President Tinubu of Nigeria. So therefore, they're not being get legs for stand on. So it was offered to us on a silver platter as a result of those nuances where we take place, which is different now. So now that we don't take on the chairmanship, we carry all the noise about chairmanship, about pushing the image of Sierra Leone, blah, blah, blah. But if we remember the time where I make a comment, say, usually, me no say, when any country they become chair of ECOWAS, one advantage where the country they get now the hosting of several ECOWAS events. And ECOWAS, they organize multiple conferences, multiple seminars, multiple technical sessions in the year. And so those things can help for bring a lot of benefits into the country under normal circumstances if the infrastructure already exists in the country. Bottom line is, if the infrastructure already exists in the country for host these types of conferences, regrettably, the infrastructure not in Sierra Leone sufficient enough for make we able to host many of these ECOWAS or African Union conferences. So we see say many of these conferences that they host them in other countries. So the advantage where we suppose forget as a country will not be the getter. So I've been raised that concern in one of we sessions now. Yeah? I say, what's in the happen? With this whole issue about chairmanship of ECOWAS, where the only benefits we would forget as a country for host these events, we know they get them. Even the small technical meetings that they carry and go Ghana, that they carry and go Nigeria, they carry and go Senegal, as the case may be. Now, after I make that noise, now we hear about the hosting of the Chiefs of Defense Staff, na Sierra Leone, yeah? And now the hosting of the summits. You know, and waiting President Koroma being gets as in fears where they be asked for be chair of ECOWAS, neither come now as a reality. President Koroma tell me, say, Richard, we not get the infrastructure for host these meetings. He says, so I thought that was why where we've been the design, the upgrade for the Lunge Airport. I'll be telling about the new terminal. I'll be telling about the new 4-story building we will put up. That 4-story building be also bigger forget a conference hall where they host up to 100 delegates seated, way before sufficient for ECOWAS Summit. And I tell you, especially if you know make them very open, and then I'll be tell you say if you get at the top a facility for host 4 heads of state at the same time, right there at the Lunge Airport at that time. And I tell them, I say, all of that before cost government only $100 million. But now we get this one, the terminal alone cost we $125 million. The domestic terminal where we before don't make it to a real domestic terminal with a cargo terminal all abandoned in ruins. And now for make we get a conference facility for host the summit, we get for incur an indirect debt of $124 million. They say an indirect debt because now we guarantee the loan. So it means if the investors then default on the loan, now Sierra Leone government will get for pay. And, you know, so for a facility like that, we get for pay $124 million. That's beaucoup money that day. A beaucoup money that day. You know, and this the remind me, say, it's a very serious blunder we don't make as a country for can incur this kind of big debt, And in addition to that debt, where if they default, now we get for total. It reminds me of Radisson Blue, where also a partnership with NACIT and some partners for take over Mamiyoko Hotel, and we get Radisson Blue now. There was a time where the hotel they suffer seriously because they know it will generate the required resources, and NACIT be invest so much, and that it be get for negatively influence the balance sheet of NACIT. So we always have to be mindful about these transactions when they are entered into. We have to think them through about the medium to long-term implications where this they get on the economy, on the budget, on the balance sheet. It is not just to say a new hotel is coming up. It is always to say at what cost. What did this could mean for the country, which could mean for the economy. So now we don't incur a debt of $124 million where Sierra Leone government, if these partners they default, and they will default, because when this summit pass, which other conference get for come, where they go occupy the room then they. Even the half hotel there, where we get now, we get the struggle. We're thinking for happy with this one. It will become a white elephant in order for make the money, sufficient money where it will be required for make the able repay the loan. So since that we guarantee the loan, we get for suffer. There was a time where I've been telling about the road to Guinea. I would have given the contract to CSC, and CSC then default on the contract because now Sierra Leone Commercial Bank now being issued the guarantee. The EU being get for call on the bank for pay the money, and that payment where the bank be get for pay to the EU because now then guarantee the loan, it been get for threaten the survival of the bank. It took the direct intervention of government through the SME fund and through the personal intervention of the government with ejecting some funds from the petroleum directorate, etc., for make we able get the bank up and running again and it begin make some profit. The same be applied to the Standard Chartered when a local commercial bank, where government began for intervene directly for inject some capital from NACIT into the bank and exchange for shares for make we able recover. But this one, it could be a bad investment. Even if they ask NACIT for put money inside it will be a bad investment. Because where will the guests come from? Where? All the big mining companies where potentially before get the guests we will get the resources for able to say they don't close down. This bauxite mine don't close down because they're not been do the correct surveys for know a bit more about the quality of the bauxite and the quality of the investment. So it's a bad investment, it has closed down. Kwedu Holdings don't close down. The other mines are briefcase 419 investors them. There's no real thing happening. So it's a real problem. Rutile, the struggle. The Rutile was a very successful investment during the time, and they help generate a lot of revenue, maybe they boost the balance sheet as a government. Now they're all the struggle. So we get a situation where the mining sector they really struggle, and this government, the type of deals where they enter into with these mining companies and the upfront monies where they siphon from these investors, they really undermine the credibility of the whole investment portfolios that where they happen. So these are the situation where they get with this summit. This summit, it will come, it will go. We might not get the chairmanship when the whole issue. They bring the people in our freedom, and these people are not going to sleep. The heads of state, they're not going for sleep. Then they fly in the morning, get the meeting and fly out. So, well, after they don't go now, the euphoria don't go, we left with the debt. And when we shall not get to pay that debt. And this is a very huge challenge. Yeri, then they try for make comparisons between the ECOWAS Summit and the AU Summit, where Salombe hosted in 1980. I really float some figures around. They say in 1980 we spent over $200 million, but this one, the cost that they spend less and all the rest of it. Wait till they forget. Now that this ECOWAS Summit now 12 countries. The AU Summit now over 50 countries. This ECOWAS Summit, they're not asleep. In the AU Summit, the presidents then come and sleep for days inside this country. In this summit, they say now debt they take for build the hotel where they. In the 1980 summit, we build Bintumani, we build Mameyoko, we build over 50 houses, the OAU villas, for the people where they come. We upgrade the infrastructural base of the country. We fix all the major roads. We tar all the major roads in Freetown. We install traffic lights in Freetown and a lot of other infrastructural projects where they embark on, all now amount to this 200 million. So how somebody go even get the courage for attempt for compare the 2 million, understand? I really need for make somebody educate me how you can compare these two. Clearly, this one, the effect of this summit we get for suffer for a very long time. I listened to the information minister the other day. They say, waiting government get for spend on this now only between $6 and $7 million, and then ECOWAS get for give about $10 million. So that means they will spend total of $16 to $17 million on this summit. Because I go ask, waiting they get for spend this $17 million on waiting they get for spend, because the all the ECOWAS personnel when they come, the ECOWAS Commission, they take care of them. All the countries that where they send their ministers for come for the summit, they collect per diems from their country there. Now then they pay. The ECOWAS, they pay for all the facilities where they use. Then they pay for the vehicles. That make the commission where they in charge of conference services. They don't day on the ground weeks before the summit, that they take care of all the vehicles that they hire, that they take care of accommodation for all the commissioners and others. Of course, some of the staff then get their own per diem when they don't get it, they pay for themselves for these facilities. So the question I would ask is, waiting then get for spend this money here on? Why spend an additional 6 to 7 million on what? When the ECOWAS they cover all the other costs, So
I beg for kind, sir. I not cut you what, sir. And this morning we been get somebody we don't work na parliament, we na economic expert we been in the Koreas, and they tell we this exactly. Say all the one the way they come, then different government they don't get them per diem and other things. Then within the carry, so now spend then they can't spend. So why the extra cost from your own side?
Exactly. That's the point. And I just say this because I don't work in the ECOWAS Commission. 4 years. I did it as the head of civil society for West Africa. I was the focal point for civil society in West Africa. And anywhere where ECOWAS be they get ECOWAS Summit, myself be they go there and they go organize the annual fora for civil society in West Africa. Now me, you own budget. Now are they used for fly-in civil society groups from all over West Africa to the location. Now me, they pay for me own venue. All the costs associated with me own conference, the annual WhatsApp forum where they organize, now me they pay. And I they give per diem to all the people that way they invite. Yes, I they get subvention from ECOWAS Commission, yes. And I they use and I they get subvention or support from my partners, where they use for finance the operations. But the point where they try to make that the country, we say we they host we conferences, no, they give we a dime. And they know they cost a dime. So in fact, now we they come with money for can spend inside the country. This has been the reason why I've been the push President Koroma for let we host. But the point President Koroma they say Richard, where the hotel there. Because at the time in 2007 when we come in, we just don't come out of the war. Tijan Kaba in government not be big on infrastructure. So the hotels were in a very bad shape. So even the small guest houses, they're not been there up to standard for able to host international guests. So President Koroma of the opinion say, at that time, we're not ready. Yes, now we are. We get plenty hotels there now Freetown. If they be move this conference to Freetown, we use the Bintumani Conference Center for host the summit. In any case, after the opening ceremony, we know the last 2 hours. The next thing, the president will go into closed door. That closed door, all the papers will have been negotiated in all the preliminary meetings, starting from the technical meetings, the admin and the AFC meeting where the finance committee, where they look at the budget of the commission, then the various council of ministers, National Security Council at the level of the council of ministers, when are the ECOWAS ministers, the development ministers, when they meet, then the foreign ministers they meet, the chief of defense ministers they meet, chiefs of defense staff they meet, they all write their reports. Then the ECOWAS Commission drafts a communique. When they come to the summit, like just for adopt. The real summits where they come for council down the heads of state, it may take 2-3 hours. You don't know. So I mean, at the end of the day, why did the council, in addition to the, according to the minister, the $10 million where ECOWAS they make available to the country for support the country, why they go for spending, according to the minister, another $6 to $7 million? I mean, we say if they do a forensic audit into that summit where they host, the figures will go arrive will be very different. I know that. Understand it? I know that because I don't be part of government. I know how government they work. If you check all the various information alone, the budget we then get for take for the talk they go and talk na television, for the promotion materials where they go and put out. If you see them budget then they where they go down collect siphon money for that, you go whistle. So when you look at all of these things put together, you go ask yourself, is it just because somebody wants to be chairman of ECOWAS that Sierra Leone for incur all of this cost? Just because of that? Or is it because an opportunity for some people for make some extra cash? For continue for bleed the country? Is that the purpose? Because clearly, I don't see the value. Even the facilities that would build, I understand, say, the villas for the heads of state not complete safe. So which means the heads of state...
50% then say, and the hotel not ready at all until October.
Exactly.
Just, in fact, the conference center self, now today to tomorrow, they're going to complete, I'm pretty sure about that, and not complete it perfectly.
So why no is be too many?
But guess what? All of the program at Bitumare don't take place. This whole
Exactly, the preliminary
thing
meeting.
now one grain they
So
get
why
for the
not
level.
do the summit in ECOWAS and Bintumani? What are the big deal? Like Bintumani Conference Center, why not use them? Why not use them? Understanding, just because they want for make the extra money, they make this big deal, $124 million. Only God knows how much of that money end up in the pockets of the one that were involved with those transactions. And at the end of the day, now the government guarantee that loan, which means when they will get for default, and they will default because that hotel, the cost, because they don't inflate the cost for the construction. What did they get for charge per night for the rooms? It will be so high that the average Sierra Leone will not afford it. And how many guests will come and stay at Lunge when if you're a businessman where they can now free to go for guy do a transaction. Now Lunge you go stay? No. The only thing maybe the airlines will not be the sleep over again now Sierra Leone. Maybe now they might find reason now for sleep over in Sierra Leone and use that facility because the airline there, so they even when they carry them go to Monrovia, if they go for spend 3-4 days before they do their collective flights, they left Monrovia and they come by road, that's free time for car enjoy. So maybe they go opt for use this facility. But how many airlines in the car? How many crew they get, cabin crew, where they get, we go able to sustain such an investment. So clearly, if they've been do a cost-benefit analysis, I believe say Ernest Bai Koroma, now the cost-benefit analysis of becoming chairman, now you do as an economist, because he's an economist, where you arrive at the conclusion, say, Richard, it's not worth it. I will forgo the chairmanship. I will forgo the pride. I will forgo the prestige in the best interest of my country. If for what? If I don't take the pride for being AU chairman for 1 year, if I don't take the pride for being ECOWAS chairman for 1 year, he only accept the C10. Where the committee of 10, where they oversee that is they give that responsibility to Sierra Leone because of the respect where they get for Ernest Koroma. Now matter the benefit from now to their chair. Not saying they give. Now don't Ernest Koroma in term, now they give Sierra Leone that responsibility for chair the C10, where the committee where they look and try for negotiate for Africa for get permanent seats on the UN Security Council. So sometimes when you are in leadership and you get for take these types of critical decisions, you get for sit down back and look at, so wait, this tier we want for do. What are the medium to long term impact we get for bring of the country? If at the end of the day you do your cost benefit analysis, add up, forgo your ego small, forgo that transient pride, and allow the country in interest for reign supreme. And
so on this note, we find out, say, the interest of Madabio very key to them. They prioritize a name na the conference center or the clout where you go get than any other thing than what you cost the country. But they talk about the all this now. This not Bintumani or Bintumani Conference Center. Of course, this not all with them built for the OAU. Of course, and according to what we get, the different programs the way they go on right now na Bintumani, then just don't get the opening of the 39th ECOWAS administration of finance and committee,
finance committee, the AFC.
We don't take place.
The budget.
There you go. And they as well don't get, the ECOWAS peace and security talks where instead don't begin today. So this now, like all of the programs them they take place inside this all now Bintumani, only the heads of state.
In fact, this hall, Pierre, now a new hall where they just build, where they enter Bintumani Hotel on your left hand side. Now then they just create this place here be car park.
Okay.
Now then the new Chinese man there or I think now Leon Rock, we don't take over Bintumani, I understand. Now they just be creative and create this. The International Conference Center idea.
It inside. Yeah, okay, they upside.
It upside. Understand it. So this one is more than enough for all the technical meetings. Then the opening session of the summit before take place in the International Conference Center, we meet all international standards. If they be even ask Leon Rock at their own expense, understand for upgrade the facilities, then they can do it. Therefore, don't do it. Understand it? Because now higher, then they hire the money, and ECOWAS make available $10 million for that. So therefore, even hire the facility. Leon Rock, before don't use a few $100,000 because they are business people. Therefore, don't upgrade that place, they top notch. And then all we hotels, even we get there half back door guest house there, for don't benefit because then juniors they support staff themselves where they can, where they don't get in $300-400 per day per DM. You go want for can day, we say you go pay $50. Then yourself enjoy small and go with change. All we have guest house themselves before don't benefit. The 20 people they carry and go. Now that they can't force the people for use there with death trap ferry the airway day. Death trap. Ferry, you go see say all of these arrangements that now they just rush them so that they got this going out and tell them say, now see now we don't incur all these kind losses now for build this conference center. If we not get this chairmanship here again, we shall go get the money for recover this cost. We need to get conferences and blah 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 blah. We will recover. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? We need to do that for our country. You know, this is the unfortunate thing, and then when they begin to compare with OAU. OAU, the infrastructure where they build with OAU. 30 days with the sea, I know they can't sell the host back. When we will not get a culture of maintenance over the years. If Sierra Leone can get a culture of maintenance, a culture of building on the past, and if the water become truth for nothing bad name, understand it, we suppose for one day in a different place. Sometimes I can wonder which side we go wrong as a country. Remember the telling us say, before the war, every district headquarter town in this country, they get light, they get water, they get tarred roads. Where we go wrong, where all camp well past, it took Ernest Koroma for able to restore some of these things to these places. So instead of improving on the situation of our countries, that we go backwards. We go backwards. And I think it's a part of the reason that the mentality where they come into office with. Everything old, bad, for scrapper. Start everything new. We set na payback time. Now we don't 10 bits for it. Now we don't 10 bits for chap. And with the chap as if chapping to go out of business. At the end of the day, you left the country in ruins. Then you go sit down. That money you don't get for enjoyer. You begin the first now how for hide the money. Right now, part of the challenge they don't get, now how for hide the money. Then they pass and build now 50 fatter. They build the go out of fashion. Outside, you see 10-story building here, 6-story building here, 5-story building here. They build, embassy say, then bodo houses. You know, as if it go out of fashion. Because the money plate at their hand, they don't make all man now na petrol dealer. They don't open almost every street now get petrol station. When you go on the highway, every how many kilometers petrol station, would I get for buy? You just clearly say, now just a case of money laundering, nothing other than that. The money they also place at their hand, they don't know again how for keeper. So you just pass a bill and they say, oh, petrol get profit. Would I tell you that? Petrol have volumes. But then they bring profit. The margins are very small. So if you don't make every small street get petrol station, on the highway, station there. So where are you going to get the volumes from for make you make meaningful profits, for make that investment reasonable? But since the whole intention just for launder money, they don't really care. It's just a money laundering opportunity. You know? But I just say when we dey aspire for government or when we get the opportunity for serve the country, sometimes when we take these critical decisions, Lord, put country first. We don't just think about yourself, because posterity will judge us.
Okay.
Over to you, sir.
Continue for the with inside the program. In a lecturer, Dr. Richard Konteh, with me inside the program this evening. They help me for analyze the different things then inside the program. You know, before we go to the issue of Ernest Bai Koroma, I come across one video and we keep them purposely for you. And family members just want to tell you, say, we know maybe you don't see them before, but we want to get on the spot. The reason being, leader, not to like that one way we go see they don't catch all things for the kind game before in face and say, this one for discuss. So they go see what we see there upon a McKinney. But at that point, we get her up and know exactly what's in focus. And the reason why we carry this video to you, because this particular individual make reference to not to this time this particular monopoly over business begin. We come across this video where they put name to the face, Jasmed Suma. I hope I get the name very well. Former Jasmed, thank you. I don't know how to introduce him. Whether I for say former NGC chairman or the NGC chairman or the embattled or the controversial, I just don't know. So bottom line and NGC, chairman. So and he do this keke thing, this tricycle, and he find out something. And I think say a what for we put small time into that particular discussion. And let we see how best we can able to handle this in the future. And later we come to the main issue of the day. So let we go and listen to this one quickly. Family members them.
Fellow Sierra Leonean, I can explain something where I know say some of you go down experience them. I look for keke for buy for my staff. So I shop around, they look for new keke for buy for my staff. I discover, say, there are certain businesses or individuals where this government of Sierra Leone don't give exclusive right for import keke into this country, which automatically creates what is called monopoly. Monopoly means a business or an individual will get control of the market of a particular product. So I just realized, say, when you come to the TVS brand of keke and the Piaggio, I think Piaggio, this one I can't say Piaggio. Let me see what the name is. Yeah, Piaggio brand of keke. Those are exclusively licensed to individuals. The one is a Lebanese, the one is an Indian. Now, I can understand in businesses, when it comes to a certain brand, it is okay for an individual to have the exclusive right. Like MKO Abiola, the way we get him money in Nigeria, they can get the exclusive rights to British Telecom. So anybody who they import British Telecom into Nigeria, whether in a through arm or that directly will get a commission. That's understandable. But I also can discover, say, because then people and the government don't give the exclusive right for import keke, nobody else is allowed to bring keke into this country. Because I meet a Sierra Leonean lady where they manage the struggle and they go biting in China. They don't order in keke, then block on a customer. They say you don't get right for bring keke into the country. And the keke way in they sell is bigger, is nicer, is beautiful, and it's higher. How do you expect the average Sierra Leonean for able to compete in your own country where the government itself has created artificial monopoly, where they stop Sierra Leoneans they not for operating certain businesses because they not get that exclusive right where government already give to foreigners? It's only the leaders they will get in a saloon. And this is not only limited to the SLPP party or this SLPP government. This is something that has been going on since the APC time, when the government itself creates barriers for average Sierra Leoneans to enter certain markets, because people that bankroll those politicians have been given exclusive rights. That needs to end. That needs to end. The keke where I go see, whether they sell, it's bigger, it's nicer. They get problem na customs. They say no get right for bring keke in the country. So I follow in case I don't want to put in name and jeopardize the situation. But I've decided that in one of the 3 keke they will not allow for they come in or whatever. I don't know how they win them. I go buy one of them one day. Instead of I go buy from a Lebanese or an Indian. I will have to patronize Sierra Leonean. All of us need to have that mentality. Our politicians need to be able to understand what it means to empower your average citizens when it comes to taking control of the economy of your country. As I keep citing places like Ethiopia and other countries that I've read about, and some of which I've been to, like Kenya and other African countries, particularly Ethiopia, you will never have a foreigner running a Western Union MoneyGram agency. In fact, even the entire banking sector, now only recently, within the past 5 months, for all these years, within the past 5 months, now Ethiopia opened the banking sector to foreign investors, because they want to make sure, say, the average Ethiopians then get absolute control of the flow of money in and out of the economy before they allow foreigners. But here, the majority of the banks are foreign banks. You get fly-by-night banks the way they come up from Togo, from Nigeria, from Banjul. They all can open branches in Salone. Our telecom companies, they're all foreign-owned. This is artificially created by the bad policies of a government. We don't understand how to fix the economy of a country such that the nationals, we own the country, be able to participate and fully and from the economy itself. That has to change. And it's the same thing that is happening in places like, in things like the importation of rice and other products the way they come. Government, they create monopoly, give that right there to foreigners and suppress Sierra Leoneans from participating. This is Jismet Suma. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Jismet Suma. And this now waiting a experience, now waiting a feel say need for be change and forget, the business up and running, not only in some few, foreigners there, and we don't position themselves so much that they don't get some government officials them in them pocket, or they don't get the government in pocket so much that they not allow their own citizens to actually participate or compete in doing business. What are your view on this?
Yeah, thank you very much, Senator Pierre. First of all, I want to state say I agree fully with what he just say. I agree fully with the analysis, and I can confirm say what he is saying are true. And I also agree say this is not new. But I make I tell you what he may be able to do as Minister of Trade. And now be succeed for do everything where I be for able to do, because I spent only a very short time as Minister of Trade, only 2 years. But what I do? The first thing was the airport. If you now remember, the airport they get only one duty-free shop. And the owner of that duty-free shop was actually a friend of mine, one of the owners, a very close friend of mine. Where I pass a law for lift the monopoly on the and give approval for make somebody else open a duty-free shop that do get. This my friend come with me, say, no, Richard, not do this. in a prime business. That's it, my friend. Me not believe in monopoly. So because when we encourage the monopoly, that the consumer they suffer. I say, yes, you can be friend. I say compete. I say, but I will not allow the monopoly to continue. That's about the laws. Then they give me that power. They say they change the law. I say because I not believe say it is in the best interest of Sierra Leone. That is why today you see, say if you go na airport, you dey get multiple duty-free shops because of a decision where I take between 2011 and 2012 as Minister of Trade and Industry. I will give you another example of something where it not be end up for happen, but I been take a stand during the time where I be there as Minister of Trade. We be want to do a new jetty, the Kisi oil jetty. We for enter into an agreement with the partner where before can invest and construct the Kisi oil jetty. But built into the contract was a monopoly. For say this policy, now in one, for receive all the oil, when they bring oil or any kind products into this country for use the Kisi oil jetty, and then charge some kind fees where I do the calculations. This jetty in 1 year, that before generates based upon the projections where they make over $10 million in 1 year. But then the cost for construct the whole Kisi oil jetty was just a little over $10 million. But in just 1 year, because of the monopoly, where they before generate in the levies, in the charges, where they make and report over $10 million. I put my foot down. I said, for as long as I'm Minister of Trade and Industry, this agreement are for change up. Because I said that monopoly clause, they for pull and day. I said, because at that time, where they try for build that Kisi oil jetty, we be also there in the process for negotiate for expand the Niti port. We be also they negotiate for expand the Pepel port. And we be negotiate for expand the Queen Elizabeth port. So if we can't give this kind of monopoly to just this jetty, then it gets a medium to long-term negative impact on these other proposals where the intention will be for open up the economy for make we able to expand them. So I put my foot down. And I think that's a part of the reason why that project never take off. Because I believed, and I still believe, that monopoly is bad. And when I not be fully satisfied with the outcome of that arrangement, now it make me and my boss decide forget the local content law, local content policy at the time when I had local content law. And out of waiting that local content law intend for do now for avoid waiting just met Suma they talk about so. Where would they get all the businesses, the big businesses at Sierra Leone for be foreign owned? And not get any, in fact, a big on attracting foreign direct investment into Sierra Leone. I'm big on that. But I also believe that they need to partner with Sierra Leoneans. Now, in the local content law, we provide, I think, 25 or 30%, I don't remember the exact figure again, of all investments in this country need for be nationally owned. Unfortunately, for various reasons, the law is not enforced. But there is a law that requires all of these businesses for be nationally owned. In that same local content law, We state say 20% of all senior level, management level positions in all businesses have to be Sierra Leoneans. 50% of all middle level Sierra Leonean positions must be Sierra Leoneans. And 100% of all lower level positions must be Sierra Leoneans. It did it in the law. It is not being enforced. The reason why I'm not being go to the extreme of the Ghana scenario, where they insist, say the leadership of these businesses must be Sierra Leonean owned. Now, because at that time, I not been get enough data for convince myself, say, we get the capacity in country for get people there for filling all of these positions adequately without compromising quality immediately. So therefore, what I will do in the local content law, I say, we dey give a 5 years grace period within which each of these big companies, but first you forget the 20%, but within 5 years, una for train a national or nationals for take over the leadership of these companies, which means if then they implement the law, every company wey don pass 5 years at this country for be nationally owned. Nationally led, sorry. So if we still get companies 5-10 years after they start their operations in this country and they are still being led by foreigners, then they are in breach of local content law. Pass if they don't amend that. But the law I developed, that was the provision. And NIMEC, at that time, we also get a program where I move Ghana State House after we don't pass the law. What kind of State House? I meet my predecessor, we don't start a program for build the capacity of Sierra Leoneans for come back and work in the mining sector, because we are having a boom in the mining sector. And so we don't send the first set of 10 Sierra Leoneans for go study in Ghana for come back and work in the mining sector. And we've been planned for expand that program for make we get with best brains for come work. So in fact, when I've been travel with the president, we go to America, we've been get for me to Chevron. And Chevron was prepared for help finance a faculty, either at Jala or Furabe, where for just the train people, specialists for the oil and gas sector and for the mining sector. So the idea was they will finance for the short term professors from America for come into Sierra Leone, for can be the major faculty for start this training, because in the medium to long term, it's cheaper for make we do the training inside Sierra Leone than for make we send people outside for go train. So the focus of this faculty in Sierra Leone, and then we go send we own picking them the bright brains out for go study, and over a 3 to 5 year period, they go down specialize, they go come back and will gradually phase out this foreign faculty and we take them over. This is how the Asian Tigers did it. This is what I had in mind. Unfortunately, I not stay long as chief of staff in government, and the rest is history. But these are the types of interventions where we need purposeful interventions, informed by the realities of our times. And when I become president, all of these initiatives I started that I was not able to complete for various reasons, I will complete them because I believe they are good for Sierra Leone. I believe that the natural endowments that we have as a country are to benefit us as Sierra Leoneans first, not foreigners. And we are going to do that when I become president. So yes, I agree fully with the analysis of just made. Yes, action needs to be taken. Even then Okada, Shalima, get monopoly for bringing certain type of Okadas to this country. No other person the counter. And these types of monopolies will not even get a bargaining position even for the pricing. Then they charge you how much they want. Now, ordinary Okada, they pay 27 to 28,000 leones for one Okada. I think it's on the high side. Over $1,000 for Okada. When I believe, say, if we don't open up the markets and reduce the monopoly, I shall say by now the price for Okada before don't go down to maybe $500 or $600. We before don't make it easier for we young people that for own one, therefore don't able reduce the prices even for the commuter, and therefore don't get a lot of benefits to we as a country. So we therefore think out of the box with some of these interventions when we come into government, because the things that really way we need for do sometimes for make a difference that this country. You don't need money, you just need brain. You just need an understanding of what needs to be done, which actions need to be taken, which policies need to be enacted. I've been not telling that before about what I do with bravery, would be run at a loss. This same local content policy, now give them the right for begin use sorghum, and where them go from a net loss institution to a net profit institution. I don't for flour mill, I don't for Leosem. Where we get for even reduce the price of cement from 40,000 leones for a bag to 37,000 leones. So just a policy intervention, and sometimes not say because this company can't give you whatever they give you as a bribe, you not care waiting for happen to the country again. It's bad. We get for land for when you are a minister, when you are a president, when you are put in a position of responsibility, put your country first. The policies, even when you go meet your boss for go make suggestions, not just go with suggestions to your boss where they for just suit your pocket. President Koroma will tell you that whenever I want for even develop a cabinet paper, when I get the concept, I go first. I say, Pa, I get this concept. What you think about that? Because in a businessman, so he will look at it from the business angle. In an economist, me not an economist, he will look at them from the lens of an economist. Me not a sociologist, me not a developmentalist. So when we brainstorm on the issue, waiting they come out, now a refined policy, a refined strategy, and that make all of the things that will be the work on, will they succeed and they get positive impact short term, not even long term. And that is why I think Sierra Leone needs. So just my friend, you are right, you are on spot on that issue. We are going to make sure that come 2028, we're going to take concrete steps to reverse those trends and make sure that such monopolies are not encouraged to continue in this country. And the laws already exist to support that.
All right, continue for the way to inside the program. This is not the Unified Hour right on. We are on YouTube and on Facebook. Of course, you already watch the program. Don't forget for like and share. Very important for let you share the program this evening. Now, let we move away from this one and go to the issue of Ernest Bai Koroma. Ernest Bai Koroma, we of course now the one of the biggest issue right now inside the country. But first, before we go into that issue proper one, I will get a background.
Former Sierra Leone President Ernest Bai Koroma was yesterday charged with 4 offences, including treason. Now it's in connection with an attempted coup that happened in November last year. Mr. Koroma has denied any involvement in the attack that resulted in the deaths of about 20 people. According to Sierra Leone's penal code, a person found guilty of treason could face imprisonment for life. Now, before the court ruling, leaders from the West African Regional Bloc ECOWAS had tried to broker a deal for Mr. Koroma to go into exile in Nigeria, but only if the charges were dropped. However, Sierra Leone's Foreign Minister Timothy Kaba told the BBC that the government did not support this particular proposal. The former head of state has been under house arrest since being questioned over the coup. Mr. Koroma was president for 11 years until 2018, when current president Julius Maada Bio was elected. Now, a high court later granted bail to the former president, who is still under house arrest in his home in the capital Freetown. This case has been adjourned until the 17th of January. Joining us live now from...
All right, and from this point, we've been say Ernest Bai Koroma go to court, and then they make case say being for go Abuja, who say if we go and take treatments na Abuja, and this now how it be reach inside Abuja from Sierra Leone. And after several months now, Abuja, we've been finally begin get rumors say Parliament for discuss the issue of Ernest Bai Koroma. We still discuss the issue and say Parliament not get any business in that, but the Attorney General. A few days after the one day, we get this breaking news.
I get a public notice. We all manning for pay attention to this now breaking news. I just this public notice to come up from the office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. And the dates now today, 14 July 2026. Discontinuance of charges against former President Ernest Bai Koroma. Today, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice has filed a notice to discontinue the criminal proceedings against former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma in accordance with Section 45 of the Criminal Procedure Act of 2024. This decision was taken in exercise of the powers conferred on the Attorney General by the laws of Sierra Leone. Former President Koroma had been charged with offenses relating to treason and misprision of treason and was granted bail on medical grounds. As a result of today's filing, the proceedings are no longer before the courts, and the former president's bail comes to an end with immediate effect. The former president's bail comes to an end with immediate effects. Former President Koroma is therefore free to return to Sierra Leone upon the completion of his medical treatment or at any time of his choosing. Then at the end of the breaking news, the public...
All right, so this narrative we just get. Dr. Richard Konteh, on a former chairman, and senior member, na the APC party. This is not the latest way we get from him. What do you make up of all of this issue?
Thank you very much. Sangwe Pierre,
Sir?
if you recall, a few weeks ago, after the passing of Pabinkalu Masare, now this platform, I sent a message to Madabio. I say, this passing of Aminkailu Masare for create an opportunity for healing, for unity, for reconciliation. I said, so make it take the moral high ground for try for bring closure to this matter we get for do with President Koroma, and also on the matter we get for do with Zainab Sharif. I say because these two issues, they continue for linger around and they hang around the neck of Sierra Leone, and they continue for stir up unnecessary tensions where I not think say we need all of that now we did. So therefore, if after that I hear about Zainab in case where they don't overturn the earlier judging decision, now that they allow the matter on appeal, and on the 16th, then go listen to closing arguments, and then they will retire for ruling. And they hope say at the end of that ruling, they will grant a bail. And after that, we will see how the case will evolve. Because of that incident, Abido also Kanaya and do a whole program where I present the statements of Zainab and other APC people. I set them against the statements of SLPP sympathizers, and I show how the pronouncements of Zainab go pale in the face of the pronouncements of these SLPP sympathizers, and therefore I make an appeal again to say it makes sense for make then drop those charges against Zainab Sharif for make a walk out a free woman. Because really, when you look at the statements that were even in Madam Biodo make and members of the government, and compare them with waiting Zainab Sharif say, there's really no reason why that woman for still there in prison. And I say she has suffered enough, it has to end. So I've been talking also now about President Koroma, and I make this appeal. And so following that, we'll begin hearing about delegations to Abuja, begin about moves by the parliamentarians from both sides for try for see how they can bring pressure for beer on governments for make them bring closer to this matter and all the rest of it. I will also present now this platform a video where Marabio be the campaign somewhere in the east. And in that video, he threatened, that is the video, he threatened for take certain actions against President Koroma. So which means everything will happen to President Koroma was premeditated. Everything was premeditated. Everything was planned. Everything was scripted. Everything was carefully and cleverly choreographed for make they achieve a particular outcome. And the whole outcome was for humiliate President Koroma and reduce him to nothing. That was the intention. And this now somebody we don't serve this country as president for over 10 years. If for nothing else, for the respect what we get for the institution of the presidency, I not feel say he deserve the treatment where he gets for trumped up charges that cannot be independently verified or proven beyond all reasonable doubts. Because the responsibility for prove the guilt or otherwise of the person rests with the with the accuser. They say he who asserts must prove. That's what the lawyer then say. Now you say the person does, so you go for proof to what extent this happened. So that day where I see the president in the dock in front of a magistrate, not even a judge, in front of a magistrate, if you know how I've been feel, I shed tears. I shed tears not only for President Koroma, but I shed tears for the bad precedents where Marabio they set na Sierra Leone. We're not for born good picking tomorrow. It always good for make we protect the institution of the president. And we want to protect the presidency and let we hold the presidency to the highest esteem. Because different people get for be president at different times. So it's not only about Marabio, it's not only about Ernest Koroma. It's about all of us. Look at him. A former president in a magistrate court, in front of a magistrate, humiliated in this way. That is the worst humiliation we can subject a president to. And as if this is not bad enough, they put the man under house arrest. Where even for make them go visit her, only few of we, now we brave am for go there and go greet am and sit down with am for some time. Just for make say he still get people that we respect him, we care, we value the contribution we he made to this country. So because I no believe say this na the best way for go for the country, now make that appeal to Madabi, make it take the moral high ground. However, whilst I welcome the fact say they don't discontinue the trial, me not a lawyer, so now pardon me ignorance. I not believe say that they amount to an acquittal. And because not to an acquittal, because they're not clear in name properly in the court of law, I absolve them of every wrongdoing related to that alleged treason, a misprision of treason. I believe say even if he walk back into Sierra Leone a free man, they go don't hang an albatross around a neck. And they go don't continue for say the accusation where they make against them. They're not able determine say he not guilty. Then just say we discontinue. Somebody they say I could say he want go na Makeni, he tap na Masheka, he come back na Frito, not mean say don't go for go Makeni again. It just means say that patrol where he take for go Makeni, he don't stop, he don't turn back. But if he get another reason why if for go Makeni, he will still go Makeni. And me knowing this government for waiting it be, knowing this government for their antecedents, if I have to go to bed with them, I will go to bed with one eye open. I not go close both eyes.
Because this not like the normal routine. Every other time, when they know say you're powerful and you get influence in certain things, then put things on top of you. Then go with you, rough you, and then they say, we all back. Then they drop and finally, they done, but it end. So at any point in time, when they feel say they need or you want to become threats to them again, then do a bank and down for make sure say they then destabilize.
The whole, in my view, I might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But in my own considered opinion, this is not a trap.
Mm-hmm.
In my considered opinion, I think the intention of this government now for make them cow President Koroma into submission, for make them take away from him in right for be a really free man, for do wetin he want for do, for come back and exercise in democratic rights as a citizen, for participate freely to the extent where in deem appropriate and within the confines of the law, even in the politics of the country. He no need for contest, but he's a Sierra Leonean. He gets right for support where I want for support. He gets right for campaign I want for campaign. We see in America the one that will copy from Obama the campaign, Biden the campaign, Bush the campaign, Clinton the campaign. There's nothing for me wrong with President Koroma coming back and exercising in democratic rights as a citizen. But with this albatross, where they don't hang around a neck, I know things say if he come back, he will get that sufficient freedom. Especially where me and you know exactly wetin Mother Bio say. Because that threat we make to President that campaign, now just because he feels say President was still active in the APC. Now just because he feels say the President was still popular. And so where he come out in the streets, people in the come out can hail him. And so somebody feel uncomfortable. And he say they not behave as a statesman. When for Ram, being a statesman mean you for sit down and you host turn to host speaking, you know they come out again, you know they talk, you know get opinion on any matter, you get for turn mumu. Now that being a statesman mean may not share that view. And I even feel say the opportunity where President Koroma be the get for go international on peacekeeping missions, on elections monitoring missions, and they come back with accolades for Sierra Leone. I not think say those praises they sit comfortably in the minds of some people. And so they just feel say this man is becoming too big, this man is becoming too powerful. It go surprise when I for no say they be go and lay this man complaint to all the heads of states there. This man no they allow me for rule. This man they interfere in the politics. This man is what did the man do? What he really do? If APC they get issued, one APC member, he was still chairman of the party. Then can in his house, they can hold meeting. He give their opinion on the issue whether they discuss. Then go back. What is wrong with that? If even it been decided for take the podium, for go and campaign for Dr. Samura Kamara around this country, there's nothing wrong with that. Because in America, I see Clinton, they go around the campaign for Kamala Harris. I see Clinton, they go around the campaign for Obama. I see Obama, they go around the campaign for Kamala Harris. I see they go around the campaign for Biden. I don't see anything wrong with that if President Koroma self decide for go around this country for campaign for whoever he choose for support. Now in democratic right. But Dande not they sit comfortably with some people. And so waiting that they intend for do through all of this. Now for make them find a way for silencer. And since the matter was not acquitted, since they not absolved him of any wrongdoing, he has not been absolved of any wrongdoing. They just discontinue. They not absolved of wrongdoing. So that accusation, still for say, na a coupist, is still deeper. That accusation for say, a harbor coupists is still deeper. That accusation for saying he know about the coup, but he not talk about a misprision of treason, is still hang banner. They not remove her. And if you even read the statement when they make, they state the charge, but they don't say he's cleared of those charges. They just say they're discontinued. But they make sure say they state the charge. But the lawyers know better.
He was
But
charged.
me-
He was charged for treason.
Yes. Yeah, he did by the statement. Me not a lawyer, so the lawyers know better. But for me, as a layman, we study English and get a degree in English, understand, are a bit apprehensive. And with the little way I know about them with neighbor here, I will tread cautiously. If this government really wants for make this matter end, for me, therefore acquit and discharge the matter for lack of evidence. Therefore acquit and discharge this matter for lack of evidence. When they acquit and discharge the matter for lack of evidence, then nobody can ever reopen that matter. Me not a lawyer, but for me this is just similar to when they discharge your matter. If they just discharge your matter, they left and so. They can come back if they get new evidence. Nothing stops them legally from reopening the matter. Legally. But as I say, me not a lawyer. For now, they don't discontinue na free man. But if they come back say they don't get fresh evidence, and so they want to reopen the matter,
Yeah,
Wetin
we go
go
get for
legally
stand back
stop
na the
that?
dock.
wetin go legally stop that? Ernest Koroma has to be absolved of all wrongdoings related to this charge of treason. He has to be acquitted and discharged of all wrongdoings. If this government really genuine about their desire for peace, for reconciliation, then let them go all the way. And the easiest thing for do is for make the judge where they handle the matter decide for throw the matter out of court for lack of evidence. Now, make I play devil's advocate now. This don't pass. But there were other people that were also charged with the same offense, and they are all Sierra Leoneans, and we all live in this country. What do you have happened to them? What do you have happened to them? So we get for really be holistic in the way we dey deal with issues like this, so that this debate where they don't open up, we go close am. And I think say grandmother for go a bit further. We don't know now say they get the power for end the case. So make they just use that same power they where they get for make they acquit and discharge am, for make they absolve them of all wrongdoings related to the matter. I think say when that happens, me I go sleep with both eyes closed. But if not just this discontinuation, me I go to bed with one eye closed, the other eye open, because I not trust them today, I not trust them tomorrow. And my boss and my brother does suffer enough. he don't suffer humiliation enough. I know how much he loved in country Sierra Leone. I know how much he want for day back in country Sierra Leone. I know how much he loved in McKinney and how much they enjoy for come back, go want for come back to McKinney and live with the people there. But under this kind of situation, even if he go come, I go advise her men who can stay here permanently under this regime. Because I don't trust them. And I hope say they use me boss as a bargaining tool for chairmanship. I hope and pray say they use me boss in issue as a bargaining tool for get chairmanship of ECOWAS. Because that would be the highest degree of dishonesty, highest degree of insincerity. And I'm not going to like that. And I hope and pray say are wrong for entertain that talk safe. I hope and pray say are wrong. So in a nutshell, I'm saying I welcome the fact say that they discontinue the charges, but I don't believe say that goes far enough for really absolve the boss of all wrongdoings related to the accusations against her. I believe say they therefore acquit and discharge the matter and throw him out of court for lack of evidence. But if not just an issue of discontinuation and tap day, they made them discontinue all the rest of the people them where they also don't sentence to death, made them discontinue those penalties against them because we, in the interest of peace, in the interest of unity of the country, and the interest of fair play. That can be submission.
So at this point, if you self worry about several things then, especially where this case not done, then just hang on and say, we're not to continue with the hang on force, with the drop all the charges then. Which means anybody can just wake up in the morning no more, look at Ernest Bai Koroma and say, this don't begin enjoy you. Low, make sure to steady and back. If you're in the better position for talk to Ernest Bai Koroma or for advise them, you will actually advise them for return back to Salon?
I believe say friends and relatives, staff of his, they watch me where they talk now. And if I get an opportunity for talk to them, wait I don't state now go repeat to them. When they deal with these guys, make you always keep one eye open. But these guys cannot be trusted. And make you insist for a total vindication. Make them remove this albatross where you don't hang around a neck. You don't deserve it. Now, an international statement of outstanding repute. And I think say the need for absorber completely so that it will come back and continue with in international assignments where it will not start to do so well. It will be difficult for Meg to come back and freely engage in those things when not just a discontinuation of the trial they do and not a total acquittal and dropping of all charges against her for lack of evidence against her. The need for absolver of the wrongdoings. This is make it later. I say, we're sorry for her no more. No. I think he was unfairly treated. I think he was unjustly treated. And I believe say he deserves forget a total acquittal and suppose for absolver of all wrongdoings related to this matter. That is my submission.
Okay, so away from Salon, no, we're not away from Salon, away from politics. I want to take 5 minutes and talk about sports quick. Salone not able for make am to the World Cup. Salone go na the Nations Cup and knock out in the first stage. Then can go babala money. Then now not able forget proper record of how they spend that money there. But that's not to the case. We see Cape Verde where we use for beat with the beat le boo. Cape Verde make the way to the World Cup, small Cape Verde, and then prove on at the World Cup, say then na country for big with. And now we see with that kind of appearance, with that kind of performance, the kind of tourist attraction we Cape Verde don't get. You're not person we get interest in sports, and how you feel say we can revive Salone, football, for let we self able to use that and get tourists into the country and make the economy grow.
Thank you, Sembe Pierre. If we go back to first principles, if you look at the time where Sierra Leone they excel, when they began the Zone 2 tournaments, I don't know if you be old enough for remember the Zone 2 tournament.
Yeah, I remember.
Where Sierra Leone be the win. Yeah, where Sierra Leone be the win.
Mm-hmm.
We they beat Senegal.
Mm-hmm.
We they beat Cape Verde.
Mm-hmm.
We they beat Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
We they beat Liberia. We that be the giants of Zone 2. Senegal, Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Guinea, they not be the match we as Zone 2. We they beat them 50-50. But at that time, where we be they beat them, if you recall, we be they get inter-secondary football competitions. We be get the under-14s. Then we do under-14 tournament. I remember one me schoolmates who all be there from one together with Alex Carbo, who we call Alex Monkey, Alex Carbo. He be they play for Wosum Stars. I remember where then he be play for where they can afraid the under-14, they can't play against the Lions or Blackpool. Where they commentate, they say Alex Carbo break through the Easterland's defense to score a grounder, which was disallowed by referee. This. Say today, I remember from in the early teams, that announcement day on radio, where they commentate the match within our village, with glued to the radios, the listen where Alex Carbo they play at age 14. I think we'll be there from 2 or from 3 that day, where Alex Carbo they play for the under-14 for this. So our players were captured young, and then they were developed going up. So we need for bring back we intersect competitions. We need for bring back we under-14, we under-17. Remember where Johansi, they get the under-17 boys. We can go World Cup.
Yes, I think I'll be Club World Cup, yeah.
Finland also, yes. They did very well. No more, they not come back. But they blame them. Why they not come back? I remember one time I go with the home-based, I meet up with the home-based players from Sierra Leone and Senegal. We go for international competition. Or we go lodge in one
facility.
Hotel. My brother, waiting for each 7 nuggets. Now me end up for take from my pocket, my own money, I give them. Our players are not properly taken care of. Our teams are not properly taken care of. All waiting the organizers of sports they're interested in are waiting then they get, not all waiting they go to the players. So we need for restructure all of these things which is they work well. Since football don't advance, I think we need standard sports academies in this country. We will not get any standard sports academy in Sierra Leone. Like Bellamy be start one, and I'm not happy with them. Calum be start one, and I'm not happy with them. But I don't know of any international standard academy like how they get na Cote d'Ivoire and other countries. We said that they capture them because they are young from around age 6, 7, then groomed up. By the time then they become teenagers, 12, 13 years, they don't get to a level where they can go international. I think if we want for really develop soccer, I want to limit this sports talk to just soccer. Because if you open our up now, it's a totally different story. Yeah?
Yep.
We get for do these types of interventions and professionalize the game a bit. You know, most of these even district teams, the Premier League teams, they're so interested about the players, all the soccer. Then they suffer. Now even when they form national team, there are few players that way they out, where they come, whether they call them for car play for Sierra Leone, then they send half team there for their coaches. The coach that they soccer. You get mind them away, they come, you don't send one iPhone 17 watch for you, phone for you, where they come, now camp. You get mind for big team, you not put aside. But if the coaches cannot even take care of themselves properly, then they soccer. The players, they soccer. Where you don't come out, you don't care, you don't be godfather. There are all the other junior players, the national players, they only look forward to you for their half gifts, half dollar naya, half leon naya. So we need for really professionalize the game. We go for invest in sport. Sports is not a cheap game, but sports can also generate money for government and for the business community and for other benefits for the country. But I think we don't take it seriously, rather invest sufficiently in that. When me become president of Sierra Leone, these steps where I just don't outline so that I will take for make sure we bring this country back to the level where we go compete favorably internationally. We get talents in this country, as we get the talents, but I don't believe they harness them properly at an early age and develop them for make them go international, for make them get international acclaim, and for make them represent the country very well. Then they bring back laurels to the country where we don't deserve it for so long.
All right, continue for the way to inside the program. This now the Unify Hour right on we had na YouTube and on Facebook. Of course, we'll go straight and begin take some calls them inside the program, except if you get any other thing you have add.
No, I think I want to look at the time.
Yes, so
I think we can stop now for today.
Yes.
And let we
Take
get
some
contributions from the people.
Okay, so let's go now, straight off. Welcome to the show, family member. You name and side come from please go to the platform.
Yeah, okay, let's just put this off. Hello, how na do? How
By
do
God
you
empower to find out yourself, ma.
So what me now two things me want to talk about now.
Go ahead.
One na this monopoly business wherein they talk about. We government no say them for empower the Sierra Leoneans them. Because if them not been give them money at this monopoly for them kekeyasu, Sierra Leoneans them if we able buy them 2-3 keke, then they can do their small business. And where they make money, the money they stay in the country. And then foreigner we give them the monopoly where they don't do their business and then they take the money out to their young country. We get forget certain job na the country when a Sierra Leoneans them for do them. You know, any man where they come out, they can't do business. If we're able to open a company, we're going to employ 20 Sierra Leoneans inside that company. If not to them, we're not getting no contract. You know, but we not get that kind. We governments not they think that way. That's not the authority. We get for empower the Sierra Leoneans, not to foreigners. That's number one. That's number one situation. Number two, this Ernest Koroma. Me, if not me, President Koroma, please knock on a Sierra Leone it. Okay, we all know say the Attorney General able stop case, but the way he do he wrong, and then they not valid. If before don't call the judge because the case then a court. If before don't call the judge, they say let drop the case. What in the judge before do? Me not a lawyer, but me I feel saying that procedure they them before don't take. The lawyer before the judge before don't call the case back na court, and it's Koroma not there, but again at the way before go represent her. Now that thing then go put the case back na the front of everything. Then the judge say well, he don't dismiss the case because of this reason, because of this reason. From their area, they now, them before don't right, all what's in the right, then pull all that chain there now and Escoma and he go freely. He be a free man. And on a court way, then drop a case. But they not sit down no more. They write a letter to the person say, we get announcement to we don't dismiss the case. You know, they walk that way, then they go through procedure.
Thank you, God bless you.
So that the person go free completely. You understand? Because they not do that. They get agenda.
Thank you very
much.
Thank you.
If they not can all and safe for this particular issue, then go can hang another trouble back 9-8, where go be worse when that thing now then go tarnish in name, tarnish in reputation, all the good work where you don't do. Where them
thank you very much, ma. God bless you.
It go done. So now that make me feel say it been for don't let no can at all.
Thank you.
Let sit down. If they want let it free, let them carry back the case na court. Then go decide there. The court go judge now the right because the case still in a court. Then pull all thing.
All right. Thank you very much, Mama. God bless you.
Una thank you. God bless you all. And do I be ask one question before I go, please? Just short one.
Really listen, ma.
Okay. I want to ask this question. Mr. Richard Konteh, if he become president of that country today, I want to know what kind of job there where you go put purpose there for Sierra Leoneans and where you go empower Sierra Leoneans and for do, where foreigner no go touch at all. Because then job then they, you know, say Sierra Leoneans then go work the work, they go do the business, then get the profit and the money they go around at the country. Instead they give them to foreigner. Foreigner forget particular job. So I don't know what you go do, where you go differentiate, which job Sierra Leone go, which business Sierra Leoneans then go able to do, where foreigner not for touch at all.
Thank you
business
very
you
much,
give to foreigners. Now that question they I get for you.
All right, so we go quickly to another call inside the program. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and where you call from?
My name is I call from Freetown.
You get a platform.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you very much for such a program. And thank you again, Dr. Konteh. We appreciate you so much. And Sembe Pierre, I just appreciate you because the way you turn this TSO today by bringing up Jespet Suma in short thing. That particular thing, I think I want to for discuss but not Sierra Leone because local content issue, if we not address them properly, then poverty na salon name. Because these are some of the things we will drive this nation, drive the people to a better life. We don't see small Gambia after the hand things. Now, make I just come to Dr. Konteh. He highlights a whole lot of things when he talk about employs them when he was Minister of State. And I think I remember well, he was made Minister of State 2010 to 2013. Within that period, Dr. Konteh, you for agree with me, say, I know you go agree with me, say, within that period, the government of Ernest Bai Koroma being the boast of, but you as Minister of State, if you can remember.
I don't know if you get me, but be the boast of waiting. That what they will not get on the network.
Pardon?
Then be the boast of waiting. The network hold you
up. Fastest going.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yes. Now, during that period, Dr. Konteh will agree with me. Now, the time that they will get high cost of living and inflation being very high. You know, even though the government be the boast of so many things, but Minister of State, it be the failure side. And one of the things them way inflation in the top pan have been rice. Rice, Dr. Konteh, it mentioned a whole lot. But the monopoly even during in time with rice been tough. You know, now Lebanese people and up to this very day, now Lebanese people they count rice. And Dr. Konteh don't sit on there. We don't sit on there. No. That thing they not ever solve. Why are they saying this? Because of food being opportune within that period, forget investors that for come in Sierra Leone when a Vietnamese them for couch rice, same way. They were blocked by the same set of. Then Dr. Konteh did it. Anyway, further again, we will get some trade regulations and enforcement. Dr. Konteh will say, then thing and now be one of the minus them. the enforcement, then the regulations and the consumer protection. I know say one. I think it was Fatoma also. I don't remember the guy's name. But Minister of Trade, for cover consumer protection. Unfortunately, it was not handled under in time between 2010 to 2013. These are some of the things that don't go above we so they let today. And lastly, under that particular assembly, now one of the Dr. Konteh gets one of the greatest problems. What are the Japanese non-project grants in it? I know say now for SME fund, one of the non-project fund. You know, when
thank you very much.
We all they look at when they come out, they talk about the public. Thank God some of una don't sit down there. We know what una don't do. So Dr. Konteh, please just answer some of them questions. Then some of them in there we highlight.
Thank you very much. Right, we go on the line again and take another call quickly. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and where you come from, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sembe Pierre and Mr. Richard Konteh. Thank you so much for the program. Dr. Richard Konteh, I want to ask you a question. Do 2023, they tell I'm going to McKinney for the election for where they go pick Samuel Akama for flag bearer. Would that be the second person will be get the eyes vote that day? I don't know, but my answer like now you. I be the feel say the party for look and sort of fit say you get the know-how, you get the understanding for let you for lead the party, not for struggle again, they just for support you, everybody for come to support you and let them know say neither the winning person, neither the winning team for win this election, we're not forgetting the problem. I understand say at the end of the day, if you're gonna make you win, where would you pray for let you win? I believe say 60% the cabinet will come up from the people and the people away, the flag bearer, everybody go win for push the country go before. You can get the team for train our country for understand our country. And I believe for say you na Christian and the man why the support when Jagaban na Muslim. I don't say the constitution not say for that for happen, but if we don't be balancing, we get the money, we get the knowledge when are you. Wait for support for push our country before. But I want to ask you again, Dr. Richard Konteh, if you will you be the president, this particular committee will form where they're going to make that bill in Lungeso. You will form a committee for let them audit them, and whether they audit, they go responsible away the law go on because in a possible way, no one take the law and the law fully go take the responsibility for all the one they will take the money and go into jail. Then Richard Konteh to his speech said just to get respect for the team for the presidency position. Whether for honor and Skoma. You want to say, Mother build on this one, I don't take money, so sorry, I'm not know is what I sorry, we don't take money, so you go make the audit time for let you know say because things is different. But if you embezzle the government money, you go to form a team for letting audit time back, you go and let back go free, which way you don't do so. Mr. Richard Konteh, but not saying a man of you want them, you will stand for me, go left that all we don't eat so. I'm not saying not to which one to get for form, but we know say most of them, instead of come out and the people waiting at the SFPP them. You go before say anybody, because not say tomorrow, you go say because of now I say people I don't know all them. Because they ultimately they will not be home, the audits will be fine, because they left their own people them, they go after the PC people them. But you know not what that you do the exact thing for not say the one on the SFPP them, now they go after now they go for ask them for pull the government money, the money they don't take. You will go from that committee there for letting all anybody.
All right.
And
thank you
for going to
very much
to the law Olam.
Thank you.
I wish you good luck with
very much.
And Jagaban.
Thank you.
The team of the winning team.
All right, so we go on the line again. We take more calls quickly inside the program. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and where you come from, please.
Good evening, President Obi. It's not Paul from my body.
Welcome, get the platform.
For a long time, me, I don't try to have to say something. Nah, they don't block me. Yeah.
When they block all man, you for no that name.
Thank you. The President will be, how are you, sir? Everything.
Thank God, sir.
Yes, sir. Let God bless you. Who you honor a leader, let God bless you. What they ask God for, let God give you. Let God continue for harder more by begin there. What they ask for, let God bless you, let God give you. Here, as they talk about your boss, as they emphasize on your boss, and we all believe on you what they talk for. And me say, if I go on my TikTok account or join live, I always talk and say yes. And as woman, they want to for trust them, not to put people away for trust. Let that pass you down and let it go. We don't need no stress for one right now. Let that guy sit down under. Let him heart full. We dey under so he dey enjoy life small. They follow on Facebook where they go job. You okay? No problem, nothing no happen to you. Can't different. They will get different plan then. They will get different thing there. You see, if you really them not let the park on at all, they for don't go up all in charges then. Because they don't find any evidence. So they for don't go up all in charges then.
All right, sorry about that. The line of Ulande. We'll go to another call quickly inside the program. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and side calling from, please.
Hello, CBP. Hello, Dr. Richard Konteh. How do you do?
We did do fine, yourself.
Dr. Richard Konteh, yeah, I'll make you submission today, and one of the flag bearers, them, we are really the open pre-APC for consider for that flag bearership. Yeah, but I get one question I will ask. Today you measure about two people then, because when they think about unity, you understand, you're not going to left anybody behind, But what you say so today, like the party and all the two people let them consider for let them do up their cases them, if the way you make a better case for Ernest Koroma, for them for acquit them. And discharge the case. But what about Samora Kama? Because Samora Kama gets a case where Angonam not able to drop this case. If we talk about unity, and the APC unite, you understand? Be a strong force. We not for left anybody behind. Even last night, Dumba himself, I believe the party first for him, but Samora Kamara, no matter how he make, how he don't behave, you understand? Una left him. I believe say let una know say una get genuine heart for him. Una fight for him, put in case across this man would then get a case where not guilty of this case. Let them drop this case for now. You understand? I believe say that will sound a signal to everybody that the APC members them, the fans them, we go consider serious. Well, these people they really talk for Samoa Kamara for the release him. So now my submission and my two questions and why you left and Samoa Kamara you not took bottom. All the Zainab Serif and Ernest. Thank you very much. My God bless you.
Sorry to talk and take another call. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and side call from. Hello, caller. Okay, this one load up. We'll see. We get two on the line. What do you take? Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and side call from, please.
Yes, sir. Konteh from the shopyard, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Sir, Pierre.
Sir.
Well, football that this country not go ever better because like how they stop the school league, so they stop the now the same team make them stop the intersect, at the same team make them stop the lantern, at the same team make them stop paddle and all the other for letting no go sing pan government at it or then go sing pan cocoa sing. They no want nobody sing. No one nobody enjoy. I made them take away the joy and happiness away from the citizens then. Because they know intersect now they the thing then the school league them. So the football is not going nowhere for go. So now to Professor Richard Konteh. But thank you very much, sir. One day in Ghana we had the tell we say then get for raise the fuel price. 1 week later they raise up. You come, you talk for Zainab Sharif. Now in case they don't accept the appeal. You come, you talk with Alhaji Minkai Ludai. You talk about say that they use them as an opportunity for end the EBK nonsense case so they get. It look like I said and they listen to you. But the advice where you don't get to EBK so I not think say in lawyer the way it gets. The APC lawyer themselves then go give this kind solid advice so you don't get to EBK. What's in my own question I will ask you, Doc? You they get insider information or you get now the foresight of the knowledge of God give and understanding? Because for me, at the talk for the second term, no politician, not in the APC, not in the SLPP or any other party, no they were solid, were prepared, were they in position for take over this country in governance and for help we for alleviate the suffering and the poverty in this country. Let God make you be the next flag bearer of APC, and by extension, let God make you the next president, because you are the only person we me feel say we can end this pain and suffering. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sengepe. But then take way back say, see, they also don't take back today. And the problem is all again at class. Thank you, sir.
Until the lecture, they take notes. Let's go to the other call quickly. We're at the last call inside the program this next. So, come up now. Yeah. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and side call from. Please get the platform.
Yeah, I report from Virginia. This is Yusuf.
Welcome. We get the platform. Go ahead.
The issue of Ernest Koroma, the way me look at them, I just I understand what some callers that they call the frustration. But for me, the way I read things, I just take a normal say. Maybe all the things the way we talk so, then we don't do them in a closed door, like a chamber. I just suggest, don't get me wrong, I'm not right. I might not right. You understand? But I don't feel say international communities, especially in Nigeria, will team up. They left some things them where they left for turn around tomorrow against Ernest Koroma. I don't feel say they will do more. No, get me wrong. I just take kind of more say. Wait till they think so. Wait till people think so. Then we don't think that. Ernest no will come on such condition without talk like how people in the talk show. And not say Ernest go don't talk a lot about his safetyness. If they do so, now so it will be. If they do so, now so it will be. Don't get me wrong. I might not put onto the right way, but that safetyness we're gonna decide for talk about Ernest Koroma in can one for answer to them bad people they are. I believe say if it happen, international community go don't do a lot. It's like they shame. That shameness. They are they shame because they know say like man. Who they go look mother BOP go overturn. You know which for just like the great person grace. You go take something naka. Now so if you like if anybody the way they ought mother BO, it's just like you look Chris man, you go involved. Mother you're not supposed to be for involved too. This time God gave for deal with him. This is give for Shri. Mother BO no they die quick. I am praying for this guy to live long. Mother BO will suffer. Mother BO will never scot free. He's a bad guy. When you see that information minister, when they talk like they see here like snake, they worship them. When you dry like, I don't know how to say. Very, very, I don't even know. They don't get no serious minister in cabinet. They know, but because of the dance in tune, I like that bad, they're not afraid for can't talk them. All kind of like that. It's a fake coup. Now, somebody will do overturn Madam. Now, the discover the whole Madam BOP, you overturn them. May the Lord forbid it. There is no evidence where they show say, and Escomadi, may the Lord forbid it. He don't ever do that. He will miss him. And Escomadi bless him, pass him. Hey, he's not perfect. He's a human being. He gets mistakes away. Don't do.
Thank you.
Mother Bill will never talk with and Escoma. Mother Bill will suffer with Kabila the all. Inshallah, Suma, inshallah. Now that's what I'm going to thank you.
All right. So if we reach to this point, family members, them sorry for all the missed calls. Them we go straight over to the unifier, the lecturer.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks to all the viewers and listeners, and thanks to all the one that way ask questions. And sorry for the one that way not get chance for ask questions. The first lady, the way come up, he talk on the issue of the monopoly, and they say we need to take steps for empower Sierra Leoneans, and so that the resources, the profits will stay in country. Because if we just empower foreigners, the resources go out of the country. Madam, now that precisely make develop with the president the local content policy when I had the local content law. For ensure say, primarily for ensure say the resources we got there and that way with Sierra Leone make them benefit Sierra Leoneans. And also for ensure say the jobs were available Sierra Leone prioritize Sierra Leoneans. I tell you about the 20% top level, 50% middle level, and 100% the lower level. But that even with the top level 20%. I say then therefore we give them 5 years period within which they for build the capacity of Sierra Leoneans to take over of these positions. Regrettably, that law is not being implemented, and I tell you, say, when God bless me and become president, we'll go implement that law to the letter, because I believe in him and I'm a baby. You say EBK not for comeback. You say the judge be supposed for all go na for that thing better go na court, let the judge acquit and discharge and drop the matter for lack of evidence. They say the intention is for tarnish the image and reputation of EBK. And you say which jobs them I go ring fence for Sierra. I don't tell you in the local content law how we structure them for make we ensure say Sierra they get the right jobs that we meant for them. The second caller from Freetown, he say they tell we thank you for the just read in clip. They say indeed we need to address local content issues. Then he go ahead now for mix up a few things. Make a helper. First of all, me I be Minister of Trade for only 2 years, for 2011 and 2012. Canada ministry in January 2011, and I left Ngona State House in January 2013. So that 2011 and 2012, now I dey na the ministry. And in 2013 to 2014, because of the interventions them and the boom in the mining sector, now it lead to Sierra Leone in 2013 becoming the fastest growing economy in Africa until when Ebola strike mid 2014 and reverse some of those gains. He say during this period, also now we've been get the high cost of living, including the cost of rice. I think if they follow me we had program, I'll be indeed tell you say in 2012 when I was Minister of Trade, I tell you say the price of rice will go up to between 180 and 200,000 to a bag of rice, and then you want for use that for make we government unpopular. So as Minister of Trade, I summon all the rice importers in my office, and at the end of the meeting, we succeed for bring the price down to 130,000 leones for a bag of rice. So yes, prices they go up, but we take steps as a government for stabilize the prices. Yes, it's true. CTC they get a monopoly on rice, but CTC was not the only company where they import rice. We also get some other people where so there was really no overall monopoly, but because of the volumes where CTC they've been get the capacity for make them well anybody in business who will compete to them, because they dictate the price. If the CTC other person will catch, they drop the price. So you can now, they will compete with them, but this type of thing. So yes, those are the issues. You mentioned about the Vietnamese issue. I want to make you know, say, if you know, when I was Minister of Trade, because of this issue about the price of rice, I've been there for travel. They will send me go to Vietnam, where I've been going to negotiate in 2011 for get rice from Vietnam for come Sierra Leone, but we be need a line of credit for mega rice. We go after the Jubilee rice at that time, and we for sell them at 100,000 leones for a bag of rice, same price all over the country, just like how we standardize the price of fuel all over the country, same price. And then the same formula now we want to apply to the price of rice, so that wherever you be for buy rice in this country, it will be at the same price, and for return for use Southern Produce Marketing Company for be the conduit through which this rice could be available all over the country at the same price, just like how we get filling stations where they make fuel available at the same price all over the country. But for various reasons, it not be materialized. But yes, it's true that we will take steps will ensure say we bring in the rice. And I don't want to delve into why the Vietnamese rice don't come at this stage. You say trade regulations there were not enforced. It's true. I just don't tell you even about the local content policy that the local content law we passed. They're not enforced, and that's like a big problem where we get that Sierra Leone need for deal with. We get laws where we know they enforce. The same was true with the consumer protection issues we'll be get for deal with. Now you mentioned the Japanese non-food grants, and you know to understand and you have for misrepresent the fact. First of all, I make you know say for the 2 years where they as Minister of Trade, I received the grant twice, and they rate me for 2 years consecutively. I get over 100%. I get 106% the first year, I get 107% the second year. And the reason why I get 106, 107%, now because for the Japanese food aid, where then they peg a value to the commodity where they give. So if you come back and then sell up and you generate more than within the project, say that commodity for generate, then it means you get more. And so in the 2 years where that happened, like in the last year, when the commodity will come, when then crown agents they be do the procurement and then attempt to sell the oil, will be for lost $2 million. Instead of $11 million, you forget only $9 million. You forget only, John? We forget only $9 million, and me not be accept that. So I go to Mr. President and tell her, say, let me terminate, because the exchange of notes, they give me the power as Minister of Trade for terminate at any point if I'm not satisfied with the process. So we terminate, we ask to make them re-advertise, and when they re-tender, we say, want to be part of the team. So we send guy from Procurement Directorate that Mason at the time that he could be part of the process. When we retender, we not only generate $11,000 equivalents, we get in excess. I make them get for rate me 107%. So that was it. Now it comes to the disbursement of the grant. That is where the issue of the SME fund they come up, where we set up the SME fund, and we use the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank as a conduit for administer the facility on behalf of government, because government not a businessman, government not for day into the business of for trust money to traders and whatever. The bank, the suitable sector, the only thing is that we dictate the interest rate at which the money for be given and the rate, the grace period of 3 months where we give to the people who be make at 5% per annum, 3 months grace period. And that, of course, when this SLPP government then come, they begin accuse me, say me thief $11 million, arrest me, lock me up for 5 days, investigate me for 3 years. After that, they get for discover say the money no loss. Apart from the money we go now as a loan commercial bank for the SME loan, the rest of the money been there na the escrow account, if I the Minister of Finance, that they be utilize this money and cause that will stop and not me. So they absolved me of any wrongdoing. So even though they've been for 3 years plus, they could not even charge me because I not commit any crime. And so they write a detailed report, and I have a copy of the report. So if you get misunderstandings about the fund and how it was administered, I hope you don't get that day corrected. Thank you. The next caller talk about the 2023 NDC in Makeni, and yes, it's true that Nami came second, and I agree with you that under normal circumstances, the APC for support me and the policy for rally behind me but let we guarantee victory for the party in 2028. He said, I can team up with Jagaban, and I've then tell you, say, my good friend, I say, reach out to Jagaban. Jagaban, I'm a brother. May he come, let we sit down, let we work together for build a better Sierra Leone. He said, if me go audit Madabio and the other, I think let's get this thing clear. We know they go after individuals. So we know they audit Madabio. We know they intend for go after any individual. It's not a witch hunt. We address issues. So if, for example, we say, the last time I talked, say, the airport project of $300 million, about that, I say it on the high side. Since now a debt we Sierra Leoneans they get for payback, we get a responsibility as a government for check up, for make sure say the amount they say nine they spend, and for make sure say they're not unduly exploit Sierra Leoneans. So for that purpose, we go investigate that project and we'll get to the bottom of it, and we'll know exactly which we go for pay, we don't pay. I don't tell you say even this new order of 24 million, we go check them again for know about the real cost, because at the end of the day, now we Sierra Leoneans they get for incur that cost, because now we don't guarantee the loan, and so it's our responsibility. So we got to make sure say it's a responsible government. We not just incur an unnecessary deal. I talk about the toll road. I say we go do a forensic audit for find out what the cost for build the road, how much they don't collect so far on the road, and how much don't left for make we pay or then collect for the road, and then we go into a negotiation for determine how many more years, depending on the trend and the projections we will make, where they will continue for do the toll before they hand that over to government, and government will now own the toll and manage them on an ongoing basis. So now that we will do. My friend from Aberdeen, he say he don't tell where they try for get involved or for call, but not they get chance. He say, may God bless me, may God give me my heart desires. He say, we don't need any more stress for EBK. He say, EBK just sit down suffer for now in Nigeria. And he say, ideally, then we found Mule before don't drop all charges, acquit and discharge EBK, and make sure say he come back a real free man, and they remove every talk about this treason and those other charges against them. The next person say, APC for consider me for be the flag bearer, but he say me just mention two people. You know, I want to make my brother for say now within the context I've been the talk, and now within the context of the talk make a mention EBK and that the issue. I sure say say me now one person we don't go public right now courts. The video there around where I challenge this government on the NSG issue, and I don't mention the issue of Moriba, and I'm glad the way I say they don't free her now, and I don't comment generally on the issue about the we colleagues them, the whole issue about the commissions of inquiry and the aftermath and the defense charges, and being a part of the tripartite committee, and within the framework of the tripartite committee and work, we don't address all of these issues, and we don't ask this government for make them fully implement tripartite committee recommendations. We they face challenges with this government about the full implementation of those issues, and we deal with them. And within the framework of those issues where we don't advocate for, we don't agitate about, the issue of somewhere, and I fall into that. And so I believe say the process they continue. Konteh say football and other sports they do well in this country and will continue to forget difficulty because successive governments and afraid when they happen, because now an easy avenue for make people that begin sing and chant against government, and they don't want that. yes, it's true, but I think say the benefits of having them will far exceed the noise and chanting people make. I think say we got to allow people for chant. If they're not happy, let them chant. Now they're right. And I don't think say anybody for go after anybody because of that. He said, they tell me thank you. He say he gladly where I talk about fuel, trade, then I say fuel price will go up, it go up. I talk about Zainab Sharif. You see, they're gonna Batalon go back to court, and with the hope say we'll get positive news. He say I talk about EBK. He say now they don't discontinue the charge against her. He say Alex say then we neighbor that they listen to me. Anytime where I talk, same way I talk about the $25 where then they charge that daylight robbery in the airport. I think it's a daylight robbery. Now they don't remove them. So yes, it's true that they talk. He say he want for no. He say in short say even EBK and lawyer there no go advise EBK as well as be the advisor. Well, I'm not too sure of that because I'm not a lawyer. I believe say they go do waiting they're able to do under the law. He say, but wait, man, you want to know if me they get insider information. Now I have to say, Konteh, I know they get insider information. It's just that I've been around long enough for understand the workings of government. I don't rise through the ranks. From a UU teacher to a secondary school graduate teacher to a university lecturer to an NGO worker for CRS to civil society activist, in the sub-region. I don't come back, I don't work in government, from finance to trade to state house. I get a good overview of the workings of government at all of these levels. And now I'm in the private sector as a businessman. I also know the feel of what they happen. So really, because of these positions where I don't hold in and out of government, I get a fair understanding of the workings of government and all the issues. So you can hardly find an area, because when you don't work in finance, you don't work in trade, you don't work as chief of staff at State House with oversight responsibility over all MDAs. There is hardly an area where they will come up where you could be a total novice. That's why I keep saying, I will hit the ground running. Because I know they can learn on the job. If we don't get the opportunity for learn as a mentee of EBK, under the tutelage of EBK, and that they can for build upon a legacy and move this country forward. And he said, him believe say, APC for just settle for me, because him believe say me are the right person, and he believes say me are the person who will save this country from all the pain and suffering where it's going to suffer. I say, amen, my brother. Make others like you go listen to this and do it. My good friend Yusuf from Virginia, he say in the EBK issue, he say he fully understand the frustrations of people and they express. He thinks many of these concerns where people and they raise about the possibility of them reopening the matter, the issue about removing. He believes all of these discussions will not take place back now, and that this is just a facade, but that he believes the issues have been adequately concerned. Well, I will say, Yusuf, I tell you thank you for your optimism, but me then I will keep one eye open and I will close all two. He say EBK for don't receive assurances of his safety from the international community. Of course, they will always give assurances. We don't see that before in other countries and we know how it all end. He say, but in the pray that make Mother Bio get long life. He say because for what Mother Bio don't do, he say Mother for suffer. Well, we are Christians, me are a Christian, and we not believe for mean bad for anybody, and so we hope say Mother go repent in wrongdoings and they go retrace in steps and do the right thing for beloved country Sierra Leone. He say he believes say EBK not get any reason why if conspire and stage a coup against Mother Bio. He say EBK na international statesman a man of integrity, and a man where don't do so much for we beloved country, Sierra Leone. I'm for telling all again. Plenty thank you for this day. I appreciate you now, and I'm for wishing you all a good night. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Thanks to all. We don't take no time for make we all get this kind of conversation, because if not owner, it's not possible for this net. So one for appreciate so much. One for tell Dr. Richard Konteh, we always get the time, the energy, the zeal for coming to there talk to we on different issues. Then thank you very much. And to all we don't like, share and comment. Thank you very much. We don't call, we make your points. Thank you very much. You were able to make an insight. Thank you very much. We're very much sorry. But we believe the next week by God in power we'll get time. Well, by God in power, we go meet again inside the Unify Hour next week, Wednesday. Well, we don't know what we can next week because we don't plan fine, but Jeko take come up. We'll get for address. So until then, I want to say thank you, the Unifier. Thank you, God bless you, and get yourself a very, very good night. And see you again in the morning inside the program we call Coolness. Thank you, family members.